Welcome to a series on a flooded basement and how to improve it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush because I don't abuse shrubbery and I enjoy plants. So yeah, I've seen many projects in damp areas with the wonderful branding of waterproof vinyl plank flooring. And it should go without saying that plastic is waterproof. But hey, that's modern marketing for you. Now, this basement could have had its floor done in a single day by a single individual with just a venti-sized caffeinated beverage, whose name is inspired by a country that implements the metric system. Huh. Again, well, strange marketing. Sorry. Please enjoy drinking your dessert, or have a piece of fruit for energy instead. But regardless, what most people in marketing won't tell you is that vinyl is not a legitimate solution to floors in a flood zone. Sure, it's waterproof, but when it's moister than an oyster and someone decides not to pull up that floor or thinks that a dehumidifier can solve all their problems, well, you know what? I wouldn't risk mold, and if you want to, you go right ahead. And if pulling up a floor and doing it over and over again every time that water shows up sounds less than ideal, then it's time to do some more work up front in the form of mixing, cutting, laying, spacing, weighting, removing, grouting, wiping, done. So today, we will show you some of that, alongside other things and stuff. So let's get to it. And for a super weird transition here, let's slide on over to this. All right, hot tip, make sure that when you're buying some flooring, you get the pre-cut ones. It's absolutely imperative that you buy pre-cut flooring. If you don't have this, it's gonna take you a lot longer to get all your thirds out to run your flooring. So buy the pre-cut flooring and you're gonna have a great time. Also, make absolutely certain that the pre-cut flooring that you buy does not have a diagonal cut like this. If you have diagonal cuts like this, or these ones that have these little chinks taken out of the side, you're gonna have a bad time. If you buy from pretty much any big box store, this is what you're gonna see, because you're gonna have that dude ride a forklift appropriately. So this is a wood look ceramic tile that we'll be laying. Wood look because, well, I do love wood, and it's something that I wish I was working with here, but this will survive a real flood, just like Noah. That was biblical. I mean, Jesus was a carpenter though, not a tile layer. But yeah, let's do the thing. Being a good overseer, you always are. So wise and beautiful. I always wish this was brownie mix instead of mortar, but this would be an unnecessary amount of brownies. So, yeah. This switch also came in, so we've installed it. And by install, I really only mean wire, since I'm finishing the floor first. And let's test the dimmer and properly wire this instead of just letting coppers touch out in the open air. Doesn't take a psychic to know what happens if those touch.
Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Your father had a stroke at a young age, did he not?
Right.
Did you get strep throat a great deal in your late teen years?
Yes, I did.
Okay. His eyes are almost spooky. They're so pretty.
That would be my ex-boyfriend.
Ew! Captain's log. Yes, this was placed here to wire and test, but not installed because the floor should be set in first so that we can cut precisely to fit in below the beam. And the COB LED light, aka the light. And yes, the knee pad is still there because flexibility is important, as I continue my yoga practice whilst on the job sites. This one's called a Skandasana, or a ninja squat. I figured this would be important in prep while I have the downtime waiting for the floor to cure, so let's install this switch since it came in.
Wow, what a hole.
Let's place it and lace it. And yes, this right here is a little mock-up for the column, so let's place this in. Ooh, let's put, yeah! Look at that. Nice. Real secret squirrel. Let's space it out. Good to go. Time to do some more ninja squats. I heard you like marshmallows. There you go. Seems to be true, huh? Hey. Where are you, little one? Here's where we are at and what it is looking like over here. Let me do another ninja squat so you can see that laser beam light thing. Yeah. And I've also started some of the drywall over yonder. So I'm waiting till the floor is fully grouted and sealed before finishing the drywall on this particular wall, so that I can have the most clean and seamless look possible. There was also some modifications to the existing framing to accommodate for the TV like so. And now with this in place, I can take the lumber that was prepared and measure it to be a perfect floor-to-ceiling look that will A, visually give the most vertical lift for the shorter ceiling, and 2, complement what will be the TV on the wall and ensure that it is tight like a tiger and built in properly for that fine finished look, which should be something like this. This is what the TV wall will look like: clean, fresh, dry wall on both sides, and then this fully vertical reclaimed lumber. So we'll have a 65-inch TV, floating shelf, and of course 2 more laser beam lights on the sides, just for that extra pizzazz, if you will. And that's what we've got for you this week. So I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day, and look forward to doing it again next week. So, ciao.
Okay, I was wondering who the father of my baby was.
The Miss Cleo DNA test. The one that's very unpleasant.
Okay.
But you knew that.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know how the baby looks just like him, because he has a funny little